Hello, and welcome to this free webinar on the leadership trends for 2026. I would like to start out this webinar with a question. If I asked you, who do you work for? What would your thoughts or answers be? If I put it another way and I asked you, who is your boss? Now what comes to mind? Or if I put it a third way, who's responsible for your actions? Now what's coming to your mind? Well, the answer is you, right? Leadership of others starts with leadership of yourself. Leadership isn't something you do. Leadership is something you are. Well, welcome everyone, and hello. My name is Roger Jans, owner of RCJ Consulting. I'm a career, leadership, and life coach with over 35 years experience in coaching and HR management. At RCJ Consulting, our coaching methodology is built around research-backed foundations that focus on enhancing the human elements essential to influential leadership and performance. Our approach is dual-pronged. It's about deepening self-awareness and collaborating with others while simultaneously equipping clients with practical skills that can immediately be put into play. Our motto is, we just don't make you better. We make you better at creating purpose and championing ideas to achieve your goals. Well, let's get started. So, leadership trends in 2026. Leaders constantly face a world in flux, characterized by rapidly emerging ideas, technologies, and work methodologies. What constitutes best practice today is often obsolete tomorrow, making it a constant struggle just to remain current. In this environment of accelerating change, how can leaders strategically prepare for the coming year? The following are my top 4 critical leader trends that I believe will define and shape 2026. Well, the first trend I have for you is strategy needs to drive your business foundation. The pace of change in the modern workplace is outstripping the ability of most leaders to fully grasp it. Factors like artificial intelligence are fundamentally redefining work processes and how decisions are made. Simultaneously, global events, including heightened geopolitical tensions and climate volatility, are forcing a strategic overhaul of global trade, supply chains, resource access, and security in critical sectors like food, energy, and manufacturing. Given this turbulent landscape, the most successful leaders in 2026 will be those who intentionally take the time to pause, reflect, and then execute actions based on clear strategic perspectives. Strategic thinking is fundamentally important to the organizational success and no longer solely the responsibility of senior executives. It is a critical, ongoing capability that every leader, from emerging to established, must cultivate. This involves the deliberate practice of stepping back and identify broad patterns, making conscious decisions about where to invest resources and attention, and successfully balancing immediate needs with long-term strategic positioning. In today's unpredictable environment, the outdated practice of simply moving faster and doing more with less must be replaced by a commitment to purposeful and meaningful strategizing. Strategic thinking brings clarity amid disorder by directly linking intentions to results, shifting leaders from reactive responses to intentional choices and actions that are purposeful. Leaders are required to combine curiosity, critical analysis, and curious decision-making to skillfully navigate complexity, make confident choices in an unstable world, and ensure their actions directly contribute to the organizational goals and outcomes. My second trend I have for you is professional coaching to support success. Imagine having a professional coach available precisely when you need one. The trend toward engaging experienced professional coaches is already strong and is projected to accelerate significantly in 2026. Coaches are seasoned professionals that offer adaptable, strategic support to leaders and their teams. They provide rapid expert assistance without the overhead of hiring full-time staff, offering a budget-friendly solution for specialized support. One of the most effective and quickest methods for driving success for leaders and their teams is through coaching. It fosters a shared sense of goals, purpose, and objectives among employees, consistently leading to positive organizational growth. Ultimately, coaches help leaders and teams become agile, strategic thinkers, which in turn helps to prevent employee burnout and ensures expert support is accessible and affordable. My third trend is human infrastructure as the foundation for innovation. This is an important one here because we as humans are doing the work. Technology cannot replace us all. So in 2026, leaders face a complex squeeze from three potent forces. One, the acceleration of AI. Two, increasing sustainability mandates. And third, the growth of persistent pressure from profitable growth amidst uncertainty. The solution to navigating these challenges is cultivating an organizational culture dedicated to innovation. This focus on innovation-driven growth is clearly central to long-term progress. However, innovation is ultimately dependent on a strong human infrastructure that includes psychological safety, openness, and trust. Initiatives often fail when leaders focus solely on launching tools or mandates that neglect the social fabric essential for experimentation, failure, and iteration. Without this creative space, even the most ambitious AI or sustainability goals will falter. The most resilient organizations integrate innovation as a continuous process, balancing structure with adaptability and diversity with discipline. For success, the key won't be merely adapting the newest technology. Instead, it will rely on embedding a collective mindset of curiosity, courage, and co-creation, requiring significant organizational stamina, and resilience. My fourth and final workforce trend for 2026 will be adapting to evolving talent trends. This is critical to get this step right or this trend right. Leaders face a significant test as the professional landscape undergoes further disruption. I have three key workforce patterns that I see are emerging that are necessitate proactive leadership, right? The first key workforce pattern is rethinking entry-level development. The shrinking availability of traditional graduate roles presents an opportunity for leaders to revamp how they cultivate junior talent. Instead of relying on perfect resumes or university prestige, leaders should focus on designing roles based on specific skills or desired outcomes, prioritizing, this is important, candidates' potential for learning agility. Right? The second pattern is addressing the AI talent scarcity. The high demand for AI expertise cannot be met through recruitment alone. A more sustainable and flexible solution is to create AI academies or dedicated learning paths to enable existing employees to upskill into these AI-focused positions. The third pattern I'm seeing is prioritize internal career mobility. This is especially true for the generations coming in and entering the workforce, right? Leaders must champion internal career progression, not just through promotions, but also via lateral shifts or project leadership opportunities. It is critical to openly discuss and normalize mid-career reskilling or reinvention rather than obscuring it with the talk of restructuring. The landscape of leadership in 2026 remains uncertain and it's largely undefined. However, by integrating the essential takeaways from what we learned in 2025 and cultivating new skills designed for longevity, leaders can effectively guide their organizations through the anticipated complexities and challenges of the upcoming year. Well, I hope you enjoyed this free webinar by RCJ Consulting. To learn more about how RCJ Consulting can enhance your leadership or boost your performance or improve your work-life balance, visit our website at www.rcjnj.com, or alternatively, email us at rcjcoaching1@rcjnj.com and schedule an appointment or discovery session to begin your journey towards greater success. I appreciate your time. Have a great day.